future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
She's passionate about telling stories of amazing women who are rocking the world and empowering women to live, love, and thrive. Here's your host, Catherine Gray.
Welcome to Live, Love, Thrive. Every week I try to feature women who have just really tapped into their life's purpose, their gift, and they're living their dream. And I have two such people on today who are just fantastic musicians. One of them started very early in life, and the other one started in midlife. And they have a synergy that we'll talk about later. First up, I have Janet Robin, who is one of the most amazing female guitarists, or I should just say one of the most amazing guitarists in the world. She has traveled with Lindsey Buckingham of Fleetwood Mac, Air Supply, and other bands, and just got back from a whirlwind tour of Europe. And later in the show, we're going to have joining us the unbelievable Karen Reed, who started her fantastic music career later in life, and we're going to talk about that. So let's roll a tape of Janet in her I think this is maybe a decade ago, on guitar. This video has over 30,000 views. Let's take a look. All right. Wow. That deserves some applause, huh? Anyway, I want to introduce Janet Robin. I think that you are like a combination of Jimi Hendrix meets Janis Joplin meets Melissa Etheridge. How about that?
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Very
I
nice
know.
compliment.
I know you just got back from a tour of all over Europe,
Yes.
and tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, it was amazing. I had just finished my new record, and it just happened really fast.
We still say record. That kind of dates us, right?
You know, I say a record because it is
Yeah.
a record of the time I made the music.
Yeah.
Not a record in the sense of
Right,
vinyl.
a record, yeah, like we think
and
of. Now the young people are listening going, what are they
They're going
talking
back.
about?
They actually are going back to listening to vinyl.
That's
but,
cool.
Yeah, no, I had the tour planned a while ago, but I just finished the record, and it just all happened all at once. But yeah, I went to the UK, Czech Republic, all over Germany, Switzerland. It was amazing.
Yeah.
34 shows.
Yeah, that's cool. And obviously you have fun doing that.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I love being in the studio. I love writing and producing and teaching guitar and all that stuff. But I think at the heart, the soul of me is a performer, for sure.
And I know you also just worked on like the soundtrack for Quentin Tarantino's movie.
Actually, I just taught the actress Jennifer Jason Leigh last year. I taught her how to play guitar for a scene in that movie.
Oh,
in
the
Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on location in Telluride for like 2 months.
Wow. You know, I know there was a magazine that called you one of the top 10 female guitarists in the world. Hey, that's a nice title. But I know you also feel like, why is it female and male? Like a guitarist is a guitarist, so you're one of the greatest guitarists.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of lists in general. There are so many great guitar players.
Yeah.
I think it has
especially not in favor of the blacklist, right?
Right, the blacklist. Yeah, I don't want to be blacklisted. I think that it's just been a category for a while. I don't know why, except for perhaps playing guitar has been so male dominated over the years.
Oh yeah.
there's
Yeah.
you can count the
and
number
gee,
of
that's the
fingers.
only industry. Just
Now,
kidding.
right?
But-
but you can actually count the number of well-known female guitar players on your hand. You know,
Right, right.
Or,
Who are some of the others?
well, you know, Bonnie Raitt, Joni
Oh, yeah.
Mitchell, Nancy Wilson from Heart.
Sure.
You know, Meredith Brooks, who I played in her band. And these people have really only been the ones, Jennifer Batten, on the cover of any major
Yeah.
guitar magazine.
Right.
There's only been like 10 or 11 of them.
Wow.
Where there's been thousands, you know, of that.
Well,
of
better
men.
than how many women presidents there's been.
Well, we may
At least
change
you're
that.
ahead of that game.
We may change that. Yeah, no, you know, it's been a blessing, and in some ways, it still separates us guitar players. So in some ways, it's good because it helps, you know, with promotion and puts you in this category, and it's actually helped me get gigs.
But what I like
You
that
know.
you've said to me before was that when you're listening to music and you're like, wow, I love that guitar playing, you don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Well, there's no
So-
way if you
so
don't
why would
see.
they call it the best female guitarist? It's like one of the best guitarists.
Well,
you know?
exactly. You know, so I mean,
Yeah.
it was a nice compliment that Guitar World gave me.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
There are many great guitar players and many other great female guitar players that people don't know of. But you know, it's very nice to be called out. I have been at it for over 30 years and started very young. So
Yeah. Wait, how old were you when you started?
I was 6.
Oh my God. You
And
were
I'm only
6.
10 now. Don't I look great?
At least say 20, okay?
20.
But yeah, so at 6 years old, you like picked up a guitar or somebody gave you one? Or
No,
what?
my brother was taking guitar. Prior to that, he was taking karate. I tried karate, didn't work out.
Right. Yeah.
So he started taking guitar. I thought it was cool. I tried it, and it was just one of those things. You know, I tried all these other things, tap dancing, you know, softball, whatever.
Yeah.
When I picked up the guitar, I don't know, felt like a third arm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
no
that's
one,
what I say. People find their calling, like their
I was
their
lucky.
purpose, like
I
your
was
gift.
lucky. Yes, my
Everybody-
parents
yeah.
supported me trying different things.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was really
That
happy.
as parents should. Everybody should have all kids should have an opportunity to try different things. But whatever it is that resonates with them is usually their gift. And we all have one. And
Yes,
that's really
we
cool
all
that
do.
at such a young age you found yours. Sometimes it takes people an entire lifetime.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true, and I was really, really happy about that. You know what? It gave me a lot of confidence because
Yeah.
I was noticing, oh, I could actually get good at this. You know,
Yeah.
and I like practicing. No one told me how, when
Yeah.
and how to practice. So.
And then how did you told me that the guy who taught Ozzy Osbourne
No, the
taught
guy,
you, or something
they
like
got
that.
Randy Rhoads. Guitar
Rhoads.
players out there know who he is. He's a legend. He's like Eddie Van Halen, who unfortunately passed away at an early age.
And he taught you?
He taught me prior to getting the Ozzy gig.
Wow.
He was a local guitar teacher right here in L.A., North Hollywood, where I grew up, and he was in a local band called Quiet Riot at the time.
Yeah.
He was very young.
And how did you get to work with him?
You
Like
know,
someone
someone referred
the
us.
universe just
My brother
put you
wanted
together?
to take electric guitar. We were both taking acoustic guitar at another place, and someone referred us to this electric guitar teacher, this guy named Randy Rhoads. No one knew who he was, just that he was a good teacher,
Right.
and he was an amazing player. And so once we started taking from him, I mean, it was
amazing.
Yeah, even just like you were just like that at the lesson. Like,
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Like I was inviting my friends from the neighborhood. You know,
Yeah.
you got to come see my guitar
Yeah.
teacher. You know,
you were
and
just blown away.
completely.
Yeah.
And he could care less whether I was a girl.
Right.
He really had no
he
issue.
just loved that you had the gift.
That
Yeah.
was passionate
Yeah.
and and I was one of the only, or if only one, that continued to play guitar as a girl student of his.
And then after you and others, he taught Ozzy?
No,
Or
he
what
got
did he do?
he got into Ozzy's band.
Oh, he was in Ozzy's band.
He was in
Wow.
Ozzy's band, and he became very, very famous very fast.
Yeah.
He wrote songs like Crazy Train, you know?
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. You know that song, right?
And then you said he died in a plane crash?
He died in
Oh,
a
my
tragic
gosh.
plane crash.
How
It was an
tragic.
accident, and he was about. I
Most
think,
of them are.
25. You know, I mean, they weren't going from one gig to the next. It was just
Oh,
they were
wow.
just flying in a small plane, just flying around, and it was an
that's so
accident.
sad.
It was very sad, but he really, in his 2 years in Ozzy's band, he influenced hundreds of amazing guitar players.
Wow.
That are now famous now.
Really? And he taught you. How absolutely amazing.
I am-
would have so lucky that you connected with him.
I'm still
sure.
in contact with his family, and
Yeah.
the place
Wow.
where he taught is still going.
Yeah, that's cool.
His brother runs it. Yeah.
So, what I was going to say is you have a new CD out.
I do.
Yeah, I heard that. But before we talk about that, I'd like to actually roll this clip of you performing on stage. Can you tell me where you were at on this video?
I think the one you're going to show is
the American flag.
That's
behind
right.
you?
Yeah, it was called the River Jam Fest in New Jersey, and there were a lot of veterans there.
Oh,
and my
that's
friend
cool.
Todd Wolf is part of the organization. He's also a musician, great singer-songwriter, great guitar player. He invited me to be on the bill. And it was just an outdoor festival. Everybody was having a good time, and I was just right there with them.
Yeah, I think when you're playing the guitar, you're always having a good time. That's what I see.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay, let's roll that.
So are you guys ready to rock and roll a little bit solo acoustic style right now? Yeah! Is that okay? Yeah! I say you ready to rock and roll a little bit? Yeah!
All right, that was awesome.
God, thank you.
Awesome. I just want people at home to, kind of hear your unbelievable talent, because if they're not familiar with you, I wanted to turn them on to you. And, this is so you have a CD coming out called Take Me As I Am.
That's right.
People can find it at janetrobin.com.
That's right.
And I know you have a show coming up, so people could
do.
hear you live here in L.A. at the Whiskey on August 21st.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there with the full band. It's a special event happening early, so I'm on first.
Yeah.
So we've got the stage from 7:30 to 8:30, and the Whiskey is an old haunt of mine from back in the 80s when I was an all-female band. Back when the Sunset Strip was really rocking.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy to return to it as a solo artist.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, it's kind of like returning to my roots or something.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm excited.
We want to play a little riff that we would
sure.
hear on your CD. I know that's one thing I like about it. It's a lot of instrumental on it, and then
Yeah,
the
there's some singing and
yeah. Awesome. Yay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's invigorating. I could see
you
it
don't
just
need coffee when you
yeah,
come see
right,
me.
right. I think you just I could just see the joy you have when you play. The first time I saw you play at the Mint here in Los Angeles.
Oh, is that your birthday party?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I was just like, take my breath away. I'd heard about you, but I'd never actually, experienced it. So
Well,
you
thank
did
you.
a solo, and it was just like, wow, blew me away. So I'm so happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I know that you help influence other people. Our next guest, Karen Reed, you helped influence her. She got started later in life, which is something I know a lot of people want to do. So we want to talk about that and
Absolutely.
the synergy of you guys playing together and recording together. What would be your advice to other women or people that want to get into guitar playing? I know you actually also mentor and teach
I
people.
do, yeah. When I'm not on the road or not recording, yes, I do have a group of students, very loyal group of students, and really, I just think you're never too too old to learn anything. Our brains are still working.
So if you're 90, give you a call, huh? Wait, why not?
And when it comes to music or playing,
that's probably when I'll take it up.
when it comes to music or playing an instrument, I think it actually makes those synapses fire. Again.
I think music really heals people. I mean,
it does.
I know I'm going to have some upcoming guests that have helped heal children that have autism with music.
It calms
someone
the
else.
beast.
Yeah. I know someone else that's working on a documentary that's an orchestra of handicapped people and how it helps heal them. And I just think in our everyday life, it affects your mood.
You know what? I have recently I just got an autistic boy, young. Learning guitar.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's awesome.
his mother was worried about his fine motor skills and that he couldn't concentrate and this and that. And it was actually the exact opposite. He really tended to hyper-focus.
That's what they say.
Pick it up really quickly.
Yeah, they really take to music and dancing, and it's very healing. And
so at any age, I think learning an instrument, it's just so much joy you get out of it, So, whatever it is you want to do in life, just do it. Just go for it. This is the time you have now. You better take advantage of it.
Right. So that would be your advice. Yeah. And so have you ever done anything else, or have you just always played music? Is that what you've done 100%? Or
Yeah. I mean, I've been in bands, garage bands since I was, 10 and 11. I had various jobs like working at a yogurt shop.
Yeah.
But I was in a band at the time.
Yeah.
Before.
And didn't you say you got your first record deal when you were like 21?
No, 18.
18?
Yeah, 18.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, I got
Polygram, right?
I got into kind of a professional, somewhat professional band when I was 16. We got signed at 18, Precious Metal. It was an all-girl hard rock band with metal tendencies. Yeah. And we got signed, and I left UCLA with the acceptance from my family. They were okay with it. They supported me.
That's great.
And we went on in that band to make a few other records and tour for 6 years. And I really cut my teeth in the business in that band.
So just out of curiosity, at UCLA, what were you thinking of?
I was in theater arts.
Theater arts. Okay, that was perfect.
I guess you asked me, had I done other stuff? I did do some acting when I was younger, 14, but it was related to playing guitar, on a TV show. So there was always some kind of thing related to guitar or music.
Yeah, it kind of seems like another appendage to you.
Kind of,
like
yes.
You were like, I know, I was so cute when you were coming to be on the show. You're like, can I bring my guitar? I'm like, yeah. Like, of course, it's part of you. I get that. And that's what makes you so good at it. It's like, yeah.
It brings me joy.
I love your lyrics. I feel like, you really are, it seems like you share your feelings to me in your
well,
music.
I try to, I feel like it is definitely a voice for me. It's great therapy.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. When I'm listening to it, I thought, oh, this is how she therapeutically works out her feelings. That's what it felt like.
Well,
which is cool.
I think that works for me. It may not for other songwriters, but for me it does, and I like sharing it. And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to be intimate about sharing my lyrics with people.
I thought they were very personal and very deep, and
Thank you.
And I don't know how you are like in your everyday life, like if you're one to share.
Crazy.
But I don't know if you share that with people, or if you just choose to share it through your lyrics.
No, I think I share it, and I share it on stage.
Yeah.
Too,
You're not shy.
I'm not shy, and I pride myself on being authentic. I will answer any question.
It's the only way
truthfully.
to be. It's
the way I was raised, and I owe my mom and dad for that.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what the show is all about. 360 Karma is about giving back, which you do. You help and mentor other people, and
I love it.
That's certainly important.
People helped and mentored me.
Yeah, right.
And I had amazing mentors.
Right.
Lindsey Buckingham, even Nancy Wilson from Heart, my teacher Randy Rose.
Yeah.
I had these amazing teachers along the way that I also got employed by.
Right.
So.
What was that
you
like?
You have to pay it forward, don't you?
Yeah. What was that like working with Lindsey Buckingham? Because Fleetwood Mac is one of my favorite all-time bands, and I can't even imagine you're playing guitar with him, and he's so unbelievable.
I couldn't either.
Wow, that must have been a dream come true.
It was, and we don't have enough time to go into it, but basically, I liken it to going to grad school, or rather, going to get my PhD. working with him under his tutelage and in his band was like getting your PhD.
Right.
He's a perfectionist. He's a pro.
Yeah.
He's
and when
a
you're
genius.
playing for someone like that, were you thinking, this is living the dream?
It was.
Yeah, I would think.
It was because we, eventually went on the road. We did a few tours, and one of them was opening for Tina Turner.
Oh my
And they were
gosh.
all arenas.
Yeah.
And, I grew up with arena rock, Zeppelin and all that, watching them on big stages.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I would ever get to experience
I have
that.
goosebumps listening to that.
And I
Yeah.
did, and I was just like, remember this moment, remember this moment. I was quite young. I was like 24, 25, but still, I was old enough to really appreciate it. Even when the last show on that particular tour was at Radio City Music Hall.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm in Radio City Music Hall.
Oh
Don't
my
forget,
gosh.
Janet.
Wow.
And the best thing, I think, was playing some of those classic Fleetwood Mac songs
Oh, yeah.
that I grew up listening to.
Right. Oh, totally
You
some
know,
of my favorite
with the
music.
writer.
Yeah,
you know.
and that funny thing is that music is so timeless. Even it's
classic.
Everybody loves it still today, and it's been around a long time.
The best thing, really, though, was the experience of working with
Yes.
somebody who
So-
doesn't accept anything but the best.
Right. Yeah,
And
so
you better give
helped-
it to him.
So you feel like it upped your game?
It
Oh, yeah.
totally upped my game, and
Yeah.
he would often say, fix this, fix that, Janet, or you're out, But I
wow.
know you're going to rise to the occasion.
Wow.
And I have had these people in my life.
Yeah,
Many
that's
have been men.
Yeah.
Many have been men.
Yeah.
Some have been women.
Yeah.
But I've been fortunate to have these people.
Have you met some of these other female guitarists that you mentioned?
I have. Jennifer Batten, sure.
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt was at one of my shows.
Was she really?
Well,
Oh,
she was
wow.
there playing with Maya Sharp, a co-writer of mine.
Yeah.
And she caught my show and gave me nice compliments on my guitar playing. And
Oh, how
I've just
nice.
been very lucky. I've
Yeah.
been very lucky with these people in my life who have helped
Well,
me with my
they
confidence.
say lucky, but really,
You work hard.
You work hard, and
You create your
you
good
are
luck.
so laser focused on your guitar playing, and you eat, live, and breathe it. And I believe that's what it takes. That's what causes luck.
No, I agree. I
Yeah.
tell my students that there is no such thing as good luck. It's what do they say? It's
When
preparedness
meets
meets opportunity.
opportunity, yeah.
And it is all about hard work. And I think these
Yeah.
people came into my life. They saw how hard I worked. So
Right.
They came at the right time.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm still in contact with
Yeah.
almost all of them.
Yeah.
I still talk to Lindsey. I was at the
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac show a couple of years ago backstage.
Oh, awesome.
And I thanked him. I said, you really helped me. I know I was working for you and you were paying me as an
Yeah.
employee in your band.
Yeah.
But you really helped me. I want you to know that. And he looked right into my eyes and he said, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Oh, wow. That's great. But that meant a lot to him, so that's cool.
I just think,
yeah.
that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That no matter how famous or rich you are,
Right.
pay it forward with
Yeah.
whatever talents and skills you have. If you can share it, you don't have to be a teacher per se. Just share it with
Yeah,
some people.
right.
Just
making music, though, actually,
Yeah, that helps people,
we
too.
are sharing with
Absolutely.
people. But I know also you met someone that's about to come on the show, Karen Reed, and I think you really identified, hey, this is really a very talented person. She's a ukulele virtuoso and singer-songwriter, and I know you wouldn't get just behind anybody, but you really believed in her and helped her get her, it certainly influenced the launch of her career later in her life, and I'm so excited to have her up next, and that's Karen Reed.
Great. Looking
So
forward to it.
We'll be bringing her on in a few minutes. We're going to cut to our sponsors. We have some wonderful sponsors that are getting behind the show. They believe in empowering women and the equality of women. That would be Honda of Los Angeles and leadership coach Danny Rukin. So we thank them for sponsoring our show. And we will be right back with Karen Reed. She's going to join us.
Do you want to have more passion and purpose in your day-to-day? Are you yearning to ignite your power within? Now, more than ever, the world needs women who dream big, inspire others, and are living their greater purpose. There's never been a better time to up your game and make your success happen now. Contact Danny Rukin for a complimentary consultation and find out more about how you can become more effective, energized, and empowered while making a difference in doing what you love. Go to www.dannyrukin.com. The Live, Love, Thrive radio show is produced by 360karma.com. Are you a 360 Karma woman? If so, spread the word. Be sure to follow us on social media at 360 Karma Women on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please like us and share us with family and friends. This is the year of the woman, and we are stronger together. The Live, Love, Thrive program is brought to you in part by Honda of Los Angeles, supporting the equality and empowerment of women.
Okay, we are back, and we have Karen Reed on the set with us now. She is a ukulele virtuoso, singer, songwriter, and came in contact with Janet Robin, who we just met, and they had an amazing synergy, and I'm going to let them tell you about how they met and then the influence Janet had on helping launch Karen's career in midlife, which I think a lot of us would like to do. How cool is that you're in a band, writing music, recording, having your own CDs, and this woman was an influence, I know. So let's talk about that. How did you guys connect?
You want to go ahead? I've spoken enough already. So.
Hardly. I could watch another half hour. So there was a party a mutual friend had in backyard fire pit type of thing, and another friend, also a mutual friend of ours, insisted that I come. I said, no, I'm not going to go to any party where Janet's playing. A couple other of our friends are very talented, Annie Osborne and Patty Rain. And, I was super shy about it, and no one even knew that I was playing. So it was
so you were kind of like a closet player.
Yeah, totally. Deeply in the closet.
We won't go there.
Deeply. So it was like the end of the night, and somebody said, we want to hear your ukulele. And somebody ran in the house to get it. I played a quick song that I had just written. It was the only thing I thought I could get through without screwing up. And right at the end of it, Janet said, I want to record that. Let's record that. We can make it sound really good. And of course I thought, that'll never happen.
You were like,
this is Hollywood.
Record? I've never been in a studio before. What does that mean?
Exactly.
I really
that's how it started.
I really liked the song. I'd seen Karen before, and we knew of each other through friends, but I had no idea. I thought you were just an internet, web designer and amongst other
things. A very
successful
career in web design and strategy,
exactly.
I know.
I had no idea.
A lot of I think it's cool that a lot of women, and that's really what 360 Karma is a lot about, is about women who've had a great successful career, but they're finding they want to do something else that they feel is a gift, that they want to leave a legacy. And I think it's cool that you took that rein by the horns in your midlife and said, you know what, I want to be a musician, singer, songwriter, but I know you kind of eased into it, fell into it.
I pushed her into it.
But
I would say that.
Yeah. But it was cool to have someone of this caliber say, hey, kid, you've got talent. You should pursue this.
Hey, kid.
Yeah, you should pursue this.
I was really
Everybody
impressed.
needs somebody to encourage them.
I was very impressed by her singing. Her
Don't
playing.
worry, we'll let you get a word in, Karen.
Yeah, I know. Playing on the uke, your song was great, and I just thought, let's record it.
Yeah.
And you said yes, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I did. I thought it was going to be one of those little bucket list things where you go, wow, I got to record a song with Janet Robin. Yeah. I'll have a little MP3 I can show people, 12 hours later. I had no idea what I was getting into, and Janet was amazing. I mean, literally, I just went over to her little studio, sat down. I thought I'll play the song 2 or 3 times and say thanks.
Now, how did you get to play the ukulele? Like, was that something you did earlier in life?
No.
No, you just picked it up and just like.
No.
I mean, who
there
picks
were no grass skirts?
Karen, who picks up a ukulele and goes, "Wow, maybe I could play this."
You played guitar, didn't you? Already?
I played guitar in high school and in college, and like many people, I shelved it when I started my career and needed to make a living, and then my nephew, cut to years later, picked up the ukulele when everyone was playing in school. All the kids had it. And I kind of looked at it and went, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then a friend later left one of her ukuleles at my house, a little tiny purple one.
Wow.
And it just sat there, and I think one morning I got up and thought, well, what the heck is this? And the great thing about it, ukulele, you can curl up on the couch and just play.
Yeah.
And something clicked, and I don't know, I fell in love with it. Songs started coming out of nowhere. I just really enjoyed it.
Wow.
And thought it was like this magic wand almost. I mean, who could think that anything fantastic could come out of such a tiny little instrument. It's literally 2 feet long. So it's been a blast.
But that's kind of how it's strange how the universe delivers things. Like that ukulele was just left there, and then you're like,
it wasn't just left
yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. It was obviously meant to be, but and then people either they either act on things and
you have
say,
to be open.
Yeah, you have to be open and say, wow, this was left here. Maybe I should take a look at it and actually see if I could play it, and then you find your gift. And I think that's where people miss a lot sometimes. It's like they're not willing to try new things, or they won't walk through their fear. Like I know you walk through your fear to even go to that party with these prolific musicians and play, and certainly there was fear, but you walk through it. And I think that's the key to people finding what their purpose and passion is getting that little inkling like, gee, I think I'd like to be doing that, whether it's writing a book or writing a song or painting a picture or whatever, but actually just doing it. And that's what you did, and that's really cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I think life is basically a series. We have doors open all around us all the time.
Yeah.
And it's whether or not we're willing to walk through.
Right.
And experiment with it.
Right.
Because
Sometimes
you
it's
don't
a
know what you're going to
revolving
get.
door. I'm out of it.
Depends on what you're talking about.
Slam.
What exactly are you talking about? What kind of revolving door?
But yeah, I had a lot of great people right around me at that moment when I was just playing in my living room. It was so the first friends who heard me play went, who knew? You kind of, sound pretty good there. And then that was enough to get me to, go, okay, I'll go to that party. That friend saw something and said, go. The friend who left the ukulele at my house did it, saying, maybe you should try this, just with an inkling that I might like it. So you got to just sort of listen to the people around you and step into that scary space and try it. And just see what happens. And then if you get super, super lucky, it'll be somebody like Janet Robin who then,
I remember being invited to
you
one of your
everything.
shows, and I didn't know, I'd never heard of you. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. I like an all-girl band, So I went to go hear it, and I was like blown away. I'm like, oh my God, I love this woman's music. This is awesome. I bought the CD. Speaking of that, you have CDs on your website as well, KarenReed.com, REED, which is on the screen. And any upcoming gigs, people can find out about you there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
September 9th, Genghis Cohen.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Janet's birthday.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, that's perfect. And, I'd love to roll a clip I have of the two of you together, performing
where's this
together. Yeah.
Room
Room
5.
Can we
five.
roll that? Yeah.
Record release show.
Together. I know a lot goes into making a CD. My guess is that there might be listeners at home that are thinking, wow, that's my dream to be on stage like that or to make a CD. And I think it's so interesting that you have a very successful career in marketing and branding, and then also as a newly evolved musician, singer-songwriter. And what a great combination you have there, because honestly, to make a CD and all does take some marketing and branding skills, and you're lucky that you have both sides of that. Let's share with listeners, like, what does it take if somebody wanted to launch their music career, do shows, and create a CD? What's involved in creating a CD? I mean, you got to write the songs, and you got to go in the studio, and you got to have musicians. I don't know. You tell me. But
Well, to be honest with you, that's a question better answered by Janet.
Okay.
because-
I mean, yes, you have to write
a lot
the songs.
goes into it, huh?
Yeah, you got to write the songs. You got to be prepared before you go in the studio. You got to do your prep work, or I call them demos, whatever you want to call them. And, find people that are going to elevate
Yeah.
your music to wherever you see your vision of your.
Or is it kind of like you build it and they'll come, like people that are attracted to your kind of music? And but you do have to get it out there, and thank goodness for social media and stuff today.
Then after you finish it, the music business has changed so much. It's not really about getting the record deal anymore, is it?
Right.
Getting your music out there and and playing and promoting it.
Right.
Sorry.
Whoops. Yeah. So anyway.
You have to get out there.
You have to get out there. Yeah.
You got to get out there. I tell
so
all
in
my
other words,
students,
you can't just you make the CD and then you also want to
you got to
get out there and play.
Tour or play. You know, you can't. That's how
you can't sit in your living room and hope people.
You
find
could. You could. I mean, you could. You know, you can sell just online and just do that. But you're more apt to promote your music more
I would
by
think
actually
the fun
playing
part
live.
would be actually playing on stage.
It's true.
Like, even though I know you still get nervous, right? But it's kind of like a good nervous. Yeah.
Well, the other great thing too is YouTube and videos, because that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I just put up a video a couple weeks ago, and it's gotten over 2,000 views on Facebook, which is a ton for me, not for Janet
that's
Roberts.
great. That's great.
And what's cool about it, though, is I'm getting all these likes and shares from people. I have no idea who they are. They're from all over the world.
Wow.
You know, it's circulating around out there, and I thought that was the first time that happened to me. So it made me realize that's another kind of really rewarding way to perform, because you do it, you know, yourself. You put that video together, you play your absolute level best, and then out it goes. And it's, you know, with the CD, you don't really know who's listening when.
Right.
But with the video, you're seeing that feedback.
Right.
So it's very.
We have a lot of
exciting. I like
outlets
that.
now to promote
Right,
music
that
and
you
to
didn't
get out.
have when you started.
When you
were
absolutely.
6, 10 years ago.
I was still listening to 45 and AM radio, you know, so.
Well, and you know, that is a cool thing today, the internet, to get people's music out. And look how many people are discovered. I mean, you know, the Beeb and all these people through, you know,
YouTube
America's
and-
Got Talent or whatever. You know, that's really cool.
The
'cause
point
there's so many
is,
talented people.
You know, the point is now that's different than back when I started.
Yeah.
Was you can actually, if you work really hard and focus, you can actually make a living as being a musician.
Yeah. Oh, that's great that
you-
you couldn't
you can.
before, and that you pay tribute to social media to change that.
I think it's a lot of things right now, and you know, you have to still bust your ass.
Yeah.
Can I say that word on here?
Yeah.
You still have to bust your ass.
Yeah.
You know, and I say yes to almost everything related
Right.
to music. You know, you better know how to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, you play different instruments, sing, write songs, be a hired gun in somebody else's band, be a producer, learn how to use the recording studio, learn how to arrange.
So
know
how would
different
people do
styles.
that? How do they learn that? They have to
have to
seek
work
it
hard.
out. I know, but like, let's say you're sitting home and you're thinking, well, I'd like to be a musician. Okay, I'm willing to work hard. Okay, you know, like, what's my first step? Do you
So
have like
if people come to me and say, you know, I want to learn how to play guitar.
Okay.
So they come.
So they could
show up
Google
every week.
guitar teachers, or they could come obviously to JanetRobin.com. Yeah, but
They
I
can
mean,
take drum lessons. They can do whatever they want.
right, whatever instrument
take
they're
that step,
feeling.
and then
Yeah,
you
because
have to
today
show
you
up.
could just Google, you
I was
know,
going
and
to
then
say, you can just
do
get
that, too.
online. I mean, I have people asking me about ukulele songs and things they want to learn, and I'm like, get online and look, Google it. You'll find demos, you'll find tutorials, you'll find the chord charts. It's almost
For free.
It's for free.
And you even had a
you can
ukulele company have you do demos and make videos for them, right?
just recently,
Yeah.
a company that I met at the
You're
NAMM
endorsed.
show.
Yeah,
And,
endorsed.
That's so
I've got
cool.
a couple of them now. So so people can go on. I mean, it's really very accessible now, and ukulele is only $40.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Wow,
You mean
really? I didn't know
the
that.
cheaper ones.
Oh wow,
The
I might
very
take
cheap
that
ones.
up.
But you
the
know, that's-
beginning ones.
That's the one I started on.
Yeah.
It was a $40.
Gee, if the
uke.
only thing you had to do was buy it to be able to use it. I also want to talk, because 360 Karma Women is about women who really give back and pay forward, and I know you ladies do that. And I want to talk a little bit about, you have a very interesting background of being involved with like good causes like Habitat with Humanity. I know you did some work with them in India, and tell us a little bit about that. I bet that was really rewarding, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was fascinating. I had just, the internet bubble had just burst. As Janet said, I'm in the internet business, so to speak. And I had some free time because everything was just crazy. I wanted to get out. And I thought, I want to go somewhere and help. And I looked on Habitat for Humanity and found a house building project in the southern tip of India called Kerala. And went out there and did that. And then it was about like a 2-week project. Very, very interesting working. And it's all that sort of human chain stuff because they don't have a lot of tools there.
Yeah.
So everybody's passing, buckets of sand and that type of thing. it was really cool. And then I did another one in Sri Lanka after the Indonesian tsunami.
Wow.
Yeah, I went and did house building there along the coast where it was hit the hardest. And
You weren't afraid that it would happen again? Or?
we were, in fact.
Oh, yeah, I would have been.
In fact, there was a warning, and it was really weird.
my
We were
gosh.
driving. I was getting ready to leave, and we were all driving along. It's like a little coastal road along the edge of Sri Lanka, on the southern edge. And we're driving back, and you could see people, because, you know, when something big happens, we know here in LA, after an earthquake, everybody's very touchy. And you could see people, like, standing in the road, looking out to the ocean and, you know, being really afraid. It was just a little, you know, now when any big wave happens, they set those warnings out immediately. So everyone was really nervous. Nothing happened, thankfully. But it was a great experience, very heartwarming experience. People lost a lot then. It was nice to get back.
Wow. So do you think doing those things where you give back influences your songwriting? You know?
Absolutely. In fact, you know, we write, it's coming from feelings, whether you're processing your own or maybe somebody that you love or that you watch go through something. But a lot of times it's current events. It's looking out into the world and wanting to sing a song, write a song, do a performance that brings us all together around an issue or something that we've been impacted by, you know. So yes, absolutely. All these things kind of come together in the music. That's the beauty of it, you know, and then we connect with others.
I agree with her too, and I see that a lot on tour, especially in Europe, where, you know, most, like in the Czech Republic, for instance, they don't speak English very much, but they just love, you know, hearing music.
Well,
and
music is so universal.
It's the universal language, and I mean, I have fans, you know, Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians. I've got them all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And they just still like my music, and they still come to my shows.
Right. Yeah. There's no barriers with music as far as
There shouldn't be.
there shouldn't be. Yeah.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah. Music is very universal. You could like it.
If it touches you, it touches you.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm not going there, but
It's the great unifier,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
it is
agree.
the great unifier. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about the future? What are your future plans? And do you guys still have some dreams of what you'd like to do?
I'm going to live on an island in the Caribbean. So,
That's your goal.
that's
I
pretty
think I'll go with it.
much. Karen, go ahead.
But I know you'll always be playing music, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
The two of you, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, the future is wide open. Like I said, I think I've always looked at it as a bunch of doors. That's why I've had such a storied kind of career of different entrepreneurial feats.
Right.
I really enjoy new things. So all I know is something new is always coming.
Yeah,
And I'm
that
always going
keeps
to be
it
ready
exciting.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just always looking forward to the next door that opens. And meeting more musicians, playing more music is definitely on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Musicians are a special breed, right?
For sure.
I knew you
We're a
two would
little
agree
crazy.
Yeah.
We're a little crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to keep playing. Yeah, I just want to keep playing and
Yeah.
travel and to some other countries that I have not toured in.
Yeah.
Like
How do you
Asia
get to
and-
play all over the world? I'm sure people would be
I know,
interested.
right?
Do you
What
have
do
an
you do?
agent? Is that
What do you do?
Yeah.
You know, you have a thought in your head.
Yeah.
And you go online and you think, I want to play in London.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Go online, find a club in London, email them.
Wow.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
I want to play in Arkansas. I used to have a map up, and I used to just
love
do
that.
that and say,
I
okay,
love that.
I want to play in New York or Arkansas or whatever, and then all of a sudden you put a tour together. I mean, it starts with a thought. Then you have to follow up with an action.
Right.
How you follow up on that action
Right.
depends. There are different ways of going
Right.
around. But it took me many, many years to get into the touring scene
Right.
in Europe, and I finally did end up with an agent.
So that's your kind of a vision board, your form of a vision board. Like, here's what I want to be doing.
That's
so
right.
cool that you.
But you
I
can go
believe
do it.
that. I believe that you have to have that
Thought.
vision, but put it up on a board, look at it, and then and then you never have to know how. You
Yeah.
just have to know the what.
That's
I want
right.
to do this. The how kind of always falls into place. The answers seem to come. The
They
direction.
do if
Like,
you really focus
listen to
on
your
that.
insides.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then ideas, come to you as to how, you're going to make this happen. And sometimes it doesn't happen right away.
Right.
So you better stick with it if you want it bad enough.
Right.
Otherwise, it won't ever happen.
That's the other thing. I think people give up.
They do.
Instead of pushing forward when things don't work out. Because if anybody thinks that you guys moved ahead without any setbacks, it just didn't happen.
I still
know
have
that.
I still have them
I know
now.
any successful person will tell you, it's a lot of failures along the way, but if we learn from them and just keep going.
And there are
it's not
peop-
how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get up.
There are people that try to hold you back too, oddly enough.
Yeah.
In different ways. always.
Yeah.
For various different reasons. They're
Yeah.
jealous, or they're this and that, or they don't
Or
believe
selfish,
it.
or yeah.
Who knows?
Who
Or
knows?
they don't think you have talent, or they just.
Yeah. It's important to surround yourself with people that really support you and cheer you on.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I know you
right.
both have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you kind of
awesome.
are who you spend your time with to some degree. You have to sort of know when to filter,
Yeah.
when to filter around and pick the right people to surround yourself with. And also, speaking of the being willing.
what
to
am I doing
step
with
through
you
the
two?
doors.
No, I'm just kidding.
What are we doing with you?
Yeah, that's a better question.
No.
But anyway, sometimes being able to take whatever happens when you get there. It might not be the exact dream or vision you had, but maybe some new thing is happening, and be open to that.
Yeah,
too.
I never became this rich rock star, famous rock star, but I'm so grateful
that you
that
can
I'm
make
making
a living doing what you love.
That's right.
That's
and it's okay. It's okay.
Wealth is measured in so many ways: in happiness, in love, in friendships.
I'm just
and,
happy.
I think based on that, we're all pretty darn rich. Yeah.
Amen to that.
So that's what it's all about. And I love you ladies. I think you're both super talented. You give a lot back to the world in your music, and I want you to continue to rock on. And
thank you.
Look forward to what you guys are bringing to us in the future.
Thank you.
So you can catch KarenReed.com or JanetRobin.com for their concerts, for their CDs, for these awesome women and their music. Just keep making music, and if you want to make music, reach out to them or follow their advice.
Follow your dream. Follow your dream.
Follow your
What she
dream.
said.
That's it. All right, we're going to wrap up with our sponsors. We're grateful for them, and you guys make it a great day. Hugs and happiness. Thanks for tuning in.
Do you want to have more passion and purpose in your day-to-day? Are you yearning to ignite your power within? Now, more than ever, the world needs women who dream big, inspire others, and are living their greater purpose. There's never been a better time to up your game and make your success happen now. Contact Danny Rukin for a complimentary consultation and find out more about how you can become more effective, energized, and empowered while making a difference in doing what you love. Go to www.dannyrukin.com. The Live, Love, Thrive program is brought to you in part by Honda of Los Angeles, supporting the equality and empowerment of women. The Live, Love, Thrive radio show is produced by 360karma.com. Are you a 360 Karma woman? If so, spread the word. Be sure to follow us on social media at 360 Karma Women on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please like us and share us with family and friends. This is the year of the woman, and we are stronger together.